What's up, guys? Mr. Knows Hoops back today with another video, and today we are back to normal content per se. Thank you guys so much for the love and support on the interviews. I'm right now working on gathering more interviews. Again, reach out to your favorite content creators if you know a guy who covers a certain team, or if you know a guy who knows a guy. Again, trying to get just not even my platform, but everybody's platform a bigger opportunity to grow and to show the power the NBA community has. So again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're at 840 subs. We are 160 away. I want to crush that and hit 1K. I'm going to figure out something special for 1K. But the only way we'll figure that out is when we get there. So we got to get there. Today we are back with the X Factor series with my personal favorite player on my favorite team, Ayo Dosunmu. Now, I understand, but Emster, what about Kobe White? What about these other guys? Listen, I have a lot of respect, especially for Kobe White within this last season. But I even made a video on Ayo last year, how I thought he could be something. And I think he can really show that. So this year, Ayo averaged 12, 3 and 3 on 50 from the field, 40 from 3 on 4 a game, 4 threes a game, and 81 from the line. But let's get into why I think Ayo can be something special and what I think can take him to the next level. Let's get right into it. Does a great job here, right? Josh Hart fights under the screen, understandably so. The Scott report, if you especially went off of last year, I mean, he came down to earth as a shooter, 31% from 3, right? But Ayo just makes him pay, which I love. And him and Vooch as like a little pick and roll, pick and pop duo. It's actually kind of nice. Now, obviously, still don't necessarily want Vooch on the team. Shout out to him. But hey, if those two can make something work, make it work, man. What can I say? And then again, I love here how he gets Dante to stay on the far shoulder. Again, I think that's awesome. So I love here what he does, again, keeping Dante on that outside shoulder. Basically, so at this point, when Ayo drives, it's just him in the rim, right? Even though Dante gets a hand up, the little float game is a lot simpler because, again, you're keeping the man to your outside left shoulder as you're driving in. And again, right, little pick and pop action, gets Dante. Dante goes over. And what I love here is you could see Ayo, again, Dante stops and hesitates for a little bit because he thinks Ayo's going to make that pass, right? Because he's a more than capable passer. So he slows down because he goes, I want to be able to help, fill this gap. Instead, Ayo goes, no, I'm pulling this. And he's a pretty solid mid-range shooter, like 44, 45%. Now, again, the volume isn't very high for an 82-game season. But again, I think with him diversifying his scoring portfolio, or resume, however you want to call it, or shot diet, we're going to be able to see that he can really unlock something. Now, again, that's different for everyone. Now, again, beautiful catch, right? And again, does his best to do a little drive-by. And this is just a tough shot. Like, there's nothing more to say about that. Like, that is just tough. But his ability to, again, use his outside shoulder to create that little bit of space on that turnaround, right? Again, the outside shoulder, man can't really go up on it. So at this point, it's just Ayo again, low float to the rim. It's beautiful. That is how you really want it. And even if you look in these situations, right? Like Ayo in the quick game, in the transition game, right? Gets the ball here, right? And you're going to go, okay, well, where do things get quick? Well, it's the opening set, right? DHO gets right past Brunson with his speed. Nothing Hart can do, right? And again, Ayo's a pretty good finisher. Like, nothing insane, right? Like, this dude ain't D-Rose. But, man, what this kid can do, guys. Now, again, I understand as a scorer, it's not going to jump off the page. And the whole point of this series isn't that I'm here to tell you the next Luka Doncic or the next Steph Curry. If there's anything the last 4 to 5 years of the NBA has shown us, role players' value is at a whole all-time high. The Celtics had Derek White, right? Arguably the best role player in basketball. Last year, you had players like Bruce Brown, KCP, Aaron Gordon on the Nuggets, right? Even the year before that, what guys like Jordan Poole, GP2, Clay, even at that point. And then 2021, right? What guys like Brook Lopez could contribute, or even at times Drew Holiday. Like, having those role guys are important. I think Ayo Dosunmu on a good team can really help change things. And again, I know we have Kobe White, and he's actually younger than Ayo. I thought he would be older, but Ayo is something I think that could be really, really nice on a good team. It's just he's on a bad team, and a lot of people don't talk about him. So I'm trying to do my best to give this guy some shine. Now, again, right? Vooch kicks the ball out. Does a great job. Again, outside shoulder. Ayo as a passer is actually phenomenal. Like, I don't think he's an elite passer playmaker, but he has really good court vision, and he knows what he wants to do. And again, it's the Vooch pick and roll game that I think is actually kind of nice. Now, again, now that you have Josh Giddey there, which that might be a whole video in and of itself. So again, right, gets the ball. Like, you see here, Vooch doesn't even take the screen at this point. Ayton, for whatever reason, is like, oh, I'll follow. Beautiful pass by Ayo, right up to the top of the key, right? Like, those are the kinds of reads you want your point, or I guess shooting guard in this case, because Ayo plays it too, because he played with a lot of guards throughout his career. Even now, right, rejects the screen from Vooch, drives. Beautiful drive. This here, now I'm going to be honest. When I was first watching this, I'm like, okay, so the man's pulling over. Maybe he's like makes a little tough read cross court to, Caruso. DeRozan does the perfect job cutting. And this pass is just like, that's perfect. Like, that's a perfect pass. Like, that would be on ESPN Instagram Reels with some weird rap music overplaying it. If that was Luka Doncic, like, that is a really, really good pass. But again, role player, crappy team. Not even the guy that's being highlighted for this team. Hard to get the spotlight. So that, again, part of the point. This kid can be something nice. Torrey Craig kicks it out. Ayo blows by, right? Scoot kicks over. Perfect pass with Anthony Simons overcommitting. Right? Not really paying attention. Ball watching. Right? Literally ball watching the entire time. Perfect pass to Caruso by the wing. For a 3-ball. Couldn't ask for something better. Right? Even here. Again, look, transition game. Over to Ayo. Right back to Vooch. Right? Like, it's the quick decisions, too, that I love that Ayo makes. Doesn't even waste time. He goes, nope, it's going right to the big. Because, again, Simon comes over to play on me. So that's going to be perfect. Those are the kinds of plays you want if you're Ayo. Because again, even here, right? The pick and roll situations. And this is part of the reason when we're looking at the Knicks game, right? I'm sure this is shown on tape. Right? Ayo on this little pick screen action where it's not even a screen, right? It's like a tap screen where like the guy kind of the roller, the screener will tap on the defender, but not really, set a pick on him and roll. Again, that gap, which is what Dante DiVincenzo, my earlier scoring clip showed you, he tried to prevent, right? So at that point, Ayo got to take advantage of these reads that he creates and score. So again, that's how I think we could see this kid go to the next level, is that if we see that he has developed, not even the scoring game, but just showing the assertiveness off of his playmaking, right? Now again, I don't know how that's going to work now because now we got Josh Giddey and now we have Kobe White still. So I don't know how all that's expected to work. But I think this, again, I think if he was on a younger team or a better team, we would look at him a lot differently. All right, Patrick Williams gets the ball swatted. Now, Ayo as a defender, he's nice. I'm sorry, bro. He's a good defender. Like a real good perimeter defender. Like this here, effort plays. These are effort plays. He's an effort player. That I think is also going to be so important for a good team. Like that's culture. Those are things, locker room, like all of that. Like don't matter where you are, how good you are, right? This here is perfect. Like that is a perfect play by Ayo, right? Screen action. Ayo goes, okay, Pat, you stick with Reeves. Now you could argue there's a little bit of a foul here, right? But uses his body, smaller frame, the speed. Low-key basically boxes out Hachimura to get the ball up to Dalen Terry. And again, get things moving. Now, Ayo right? Floating, kind of following the ball, making sure nothing gets too out of hand, too quick. D'Lo right here. This is a perfect play by Ayo again, right? Because D'Lo does this little hesitation on the lay, Ayo has the perfect opportunity to swat the ball down, right, and get the block. Those are the kinds of things, again, that you might not see unless you're really watching Bulls games or you're paying attention to players of this caliber or of this sort. And again, even here, right? AR tries to do the little Euro. Ball goes, and his arm basically goes right in the direction of Ayo. Ayo makes a tough read, swats the ball out, right? Forces a dead possession. And that's where I think Ayo Dosunmu is at his best, you guys. What do I think Ayo Dosunmu's sort of like best high ball ceiling can be? Okay. Points wise, I don't think he would get much higher. Again, because if he's on a better team, he's not going to have the ball all that often. I'd probably say like 14 to 15. If things are really working and the three ball, like let's say he gets up to 5 threes a game, is like 38, 39%. That's already like 12 points there. It'll get up to 14. The boards, I don't expect to go up. I mean, he's a shooting guard that's, let me make sure about his height before I say anything. 6'5". Right? You're not expecting this kid to do anything crazy. But then, I think we could see his assists probably go up to like 4 or 5. Because if he was a backup and he got to roll with like, legit a second unit, I think he could really help that unit out, sort an offense out. He's a good defender. Like, I think this kid is something Derek White-ish. Now, do I think he's as good as Derek White right now? Absolutely not. But I really do think if he was on a better situation, we would look at him far more favorably. So yeah, again, this was my X Factor series. This was my favorite player on the Chicago Bulls, Ayo Dosunmu. Hopefully next year I see another leap from Iowa, and hopefully, since Kobe White, sort of balled out last year, is on people's radars now, even mine. Hopefully he gets to take that to the very next level and really get things to, a higher. Ayo can show what he brings, because I think he brings something really nice. So again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what teams you want me to cover next. So let me know if you guys have an interview in mind. Let me know what you guys want to see. It'll probably be another playoff rewind. If so, let me know what series you want or what player I should dive into. Let me know what you guys think down below. As always, guys, this is Amsterdam No Soup. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Have a beautiful rest of your day, guys. Peace out.